There are definitely some mentions of religion in terms of your relationship with God, like on songs like Jesus Peace and God Heard.
Ain't no now high enough on the climate for diamonds and pearls. Yo, I need Jesus, please. Look at my Jesus, please. Before I meet Jesus, please. I pray that I lead these streets.
What was your journey in terms of you getting reconnected with God and then the impact that had on the stuff that you were writing?
I started realizing, and seeing things more down that, down that vein, more so when I was during my my prison sentence. What I was learning about was helping, was connecting, me to, just a higher connection, a higher, energy. You know what I mean? I wanted to express that, in the songs that I was using, doing. I didn't want to tell anybody what to do. I just wanted to show them what I was seeing and what I was experiencing. So a lot of those songs were just my take and my rendition and my my experience.
Yeah, I could feel that throughout that adds to the positivity of the album that I definitely felt throughout when even the album starts out, the first lines like praise the creator, so it's like that was definitely a theme I noticed. But again, it didn't feel like you were trying to overpower the listener with like, you got to believe like I believe. It really did feel more like this is the journey that I've come to based on what I've been through.
I know I ain't gotta worry, yo, gotta hurry cause God heard. All I do is say grace and I keep faith cause I know God heard. Cause all my enemies all around me, I know God heard. Now I know I'm in God's heard. I was crying out rain on it.
And then another thing you talk about, there's a song on here that I one of my favorite tracks is called Get That Out Your Life. And when I first played it through, I really thought like, okay, he's talking about a toxic woman because, hey, we've all experienced women that have been toxic at times or whatever. And then I get to the end and you said like, oh, this is for everybody that had gone through addiction. And I was like, what is he talking about?
This goes out to everybody suffering from addiction. Stay strong. And you could tell that addiction. You think that.
And then I rewind back and it was like, oh snap, like everything he's talking about is about addiction.
I thought I'd never leave you, cause I used to breathe you. I couldn't deceive you. I hid you from the people, but our bond couldn't be equal. Because you were illegal, it was wrong for me to bring you to that club where they could see you.
You went through your own struggles with addiction. And so like, what was that journey like for you? And then how did that translate into you being able to make a metaphor of a song about it?
It was just something that, I just needed to express. Like I didn't want the album to just, be, I wanted to make meaningful songs, so to speak. Like I didn't want to just keep doing, singles and, stuff that, that, anybody could relate to. I wanted to do songs that people could relate to, obviously, but, certain songs were personal that I wanted to have some personal songs on there as well. You know what I mean? So, I wanted to do it also in a way that everybody could relate to that. You know what I mean? So the way I did it, I didn't want to just talk about my experience and like, what I've been through. So I just did it in a metaphor, use the metaphor, of trying to, talk to, the addiction, so to speak, in a way that, that seemed I try to personify the addiction. I
was a theater major in college. So as a person that very much appreciates creative writing, I was like, this is a stellar bit of writing on the album, especially like just the way you came with the metaphors of it. And then it's like, because I could see both things of it being like literally a toxic woman and also like coming down from addiction, like it was incredible.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And that song meant a lot to me, man, especially when I first heard it, because we had a guy, shout to DJ NUT on 91.3 in Poughkeepsie. He used to play the music. He played a lot of the music that we did. He played it on the radio one time, and it just like hit me so hard. You know what I mean? To hear, my struggle. Like that song is really my struggle with with addiction. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the last verse, look at the happy couple. Check out the flashy buckle, but look a little closer. Ashy knuckles, and he got on last week nasty club clothes. That ain't really love, yo. But underneath the shell, you could tell that we cutthroat. You know what I mean? our love affair was toxic. The toxicology said Suboxone and Oxycontin don't know what I'm popping. You know what I mean? Like that was real stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And now I had to drop it. Vicious cycle. I must have been a psycho to even let my life go. So far down the rabbit hole, I even let my wife go. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that really happened to me. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, to hear it, on the radio, it was like it was really like it really hit me hard, man. Because I thank the creator that I was able to express, myself, like that. And I don't know if anybody knew what I went through or what I, had been through that. So it felt good to get that off my chest, and it felt even better to have it, so somebody else can learn from it or just listen to it,